It was recently announced that much-needed public restrooms may soon be constructed in downtown Erie. But did you know that there used to be underground restrooms at Perry Square? Well, those restrooms also served another purpose. And tonight, our John Last explains in this edition of The Last Word.
It was several decades ago when underground restrooms were located here at Perry Square, at about the spot I'm standing right now. Now, those restrooms also served as fallout shelters in case there ever was a nuclear explosion. The worries about a possible nuclear attack were prevalent during the Cold War with Russia in the 1950s and 60s. President John F. Kennedy ordered the Department of Civil Defense to establish shelters in public areas so people could escape deadly radiation.
Fallout shelters pop up all over the United States and in other countries as well, where people could go at least have a sense of security in case of a Soviet missile attack of an atomic nature.
Local history buff Jerry Skripczak remembers the Perry Square restrooms. He was a city police officer in the early 70s. There were two entrances, one for women and one for men.
Most anything heavy-duty underground was used as a fallout shelter back then.
Skripczak believes the restrooms/fallout shelters were closed and sealed when State Street was reduced to 2 lanes for a pedestrian mall in the 1970s. But there is evidence of a fallout shelter in the basement of the Hagen History Center. It was established by the Erie School District when the district owned the building known as the Watson-Kurtze Mansion.
They have the water tank down here and the jet pump to provide just this area with water. They had their own little generating system. There's an exhaust port that goes outside, and they were capable of producing electric.
The steps leading down to the shelter are still here, but covered by a new outdoor patio. Barrels that contained drinking water provided by the government still remain also. Some old fallout shelters in Erie can be identified by the yellow and black signs that still remain today. St. Andrew's Auditorium, Strong Vincent Middle School, Griswold Post Office, to name a few. There is not a sign outside the brewery at Union Station, but fallout shelter remnants are still 3 stories below the brew pub. In the dark and damp space are many boxes of government-issued crackers made in 1963.
We may have popped one open once upon a time. The crackers, unfortunately, they disintegrate. I wouldn't recommend eating one.
With The Last Word in downtown Erie, John Last, Erie News Now.
Yeah, good history lesson. Now, other buildings in the city of Erie that still display those fallout shelter signs include Edison School, the old Sacred Heart School, and the former Manticore Club.